Right, so I am
We'll see which one
recording.
goes.
I am recording. Hopefully, it's picking up all the visuals and the audio here. But yeah, this is a bit of a kind of a different type of community call. We're kind of gathered here today to for the launch of the Bitcoin Design Guide. It's been kind of like long in the making. This community is roughly like a year old now. Um, and yeah, today kind of marks like a special day where we kind of announce the one of the main projects for this community, and make the this resource more known to people, and hopefully get a lot of feedback and get a lot of people using it. So there's no real structure to this call, to be honest. It's kind of like we're just gonna have a general hangout, discuss the guide a little bit. Pavlonex is gonna do the honors of publishing a blog post on behalf of the community on Medium, and also publish a tweet storm for us as well. Alexa and Stephen have made some artwork available in a Figma file whereby you can create a badge for yourself, as well as um, some quotes that are uh, kind of resonate with you with regards to like the guide or maybe Bitcoin in general. So feel free to edit those and publish them on Twitter as well. And yeah, that's it. I don't have much else to say in terms of the intro. But is there anyone who perhaps wants to say some words on the Bitcoin Design Guide specifically, and how the journey as it relates to that? What did they expect? Has it kind of met their expectations? Um, any first kind of thoughts?
I would love to hear from Steve eventually what he was thinking about a year ago. But personally, I think it's a fantastic moment to finally be talking about this. It's been kind of live, right? We've been adding to it for the better part of 6 months or so in public. But just starting talking about it feels like a big step, a big milestone, and I'm really happy about that. And last summer when we were talking about it and looking at like a boring Google Doc with a skeleton, this is kind of very close to what I was hoping for in terms of the excitement and the amount of content and the form it took. So yeah, I'm just super happy to be pressing the button today.
Yeah, I'm happy. Can everyone hear me? Good. So I'm happy to speak to this as well. I'm really proud of the community and everyone here and others that have contributed. I think it's exactly what I was imagining. And both how the guide has come along, but also the process and how it came along. Because it's, as you may or may not have noticed, I haven't been engaged at all the past like 6 months. And it's really nice to see many other talented people come together to be able to do it. And it didn't require any one individual to make sure it happened. I was able to completely step away. So I think that's actually, to me, the most important thing, because it speaks to the sustainability of this community, the Design Guide project. And I'm very confident that 5 years from now, 10 years from now, this community and the guide and whatever else gets produced from the community will endure and just continue to get better. It's also nice to get to a milestone where we're proud to share it more publicly, share it more broadly. I already jumped the gun a couple times and shared it with a few groups. But I think, so I think that speaks to the milestone as well. Like I think hopefully most of us are now proud enough to share it. And I think we all know it still needs a lot of work too. I mean, ultimately we won't know that it's successful until we actually see designers and product developers using it. So I look forward to the next step where people are using it, there's feedback, there's probably critical feedback, areas of improvement. That's great. You know, we want adoption now. So I look forward to the rest of this year and then in the next year seeing adoption of the guide. So great job, everyone.
Some great words there, Steve. Thank you. Maybe I'll say a little bit as well. For me, it's been like my first foray into open source contributing and just doing open source work and working in the open. And naturally, with that comes a bit of apprehension, because you're never really you're accountable to the people in the community, as opposed to like just one organization or a manager who's kind of dictating your work to you. And so you have to go through this process of, you know, trying to get consensus on your work and trying to involve as much people as you can into your work before something, you know, makes it to production. And thankfully, this community seems to be able to get to consensus on stuff quite quickly, which is not always the case if you've been a part of other open source communities. So I'm quite thankful for that. And I'm just really looking forward to like its usage. Like, just to echo what Steve said, I think like we won't know the success until product teams actually start using it, and hopefully sooner rather than later we can actually get very close to a product that everyone here is proud to say and recommend to new users of Bitcoin especially. And hopefully this is just one of those two tools that will help contribute to that process. So looking forward to, yeah, the next couple of months and stuff. Who else wants to say some words? I'm going to pick on people.
Can I break the silence a little bit and then you can pick on someone?
Yeah, you're like, I was going to pick on you anyway, so yeah.
Okay, thank you. Well, you know, it's been quite a unique year. I have never participated in an open source community before. And it kind of changes your mindset about how everything should work, and how it is that putting everyone's contributions forward makes for something that is built stronger. So it's been a joy. It's been a joy to be able to reach out to all of you and to learn from you, and to get a little bit of the humanity, at least through the screen, in COVID days. Thankfully, I kind of further along and hopefully better. And I love the idea of everything that's being worked on as far as Bitcoin goes, and how it's likely to make a difference in people's lives, everyday people's lives, you know. So thank you all for being supportive and encouraging, and I don't know, a good open source community. And I pass it on to, I think Stephen was wanting to say something, so go ahead.
Hey, yeah, so I mean, real quick, before I say something, I do want to just go ahead and correct something from earlier. The Bitcoin badge thing was all Alexa. She deserves all the credit for that. I didn't have anything to do with that. That was, but in terms of you know, like launching the guide here, you know, one thing I think is like when you get into Bitcoin, go down the rabbit hole, start learning about it, you know, start seeing it as, you know, being something that could benefit the world. It can be a really kind of disheartening experience when you, you know, you go to like a friend or something and you like set them up with like a self-custodial wallet and be like, okay, you know, this is your self-custodial wallet, write down your seed phrase, and here, I'm going to send you some Bitcoin. And like, you see that just, you know, that just got sent to you without any, you know, government or corporation. And they're just kind of like looking at their phone, just kind of like, oh, that's it. Like they're not excited by it. They don't, you know, they don't see the promise of it. So there's such a storytelling component to Bitcoin that I think is missing. And I think that, you know, it's good to, instead of complain about that, to channel that kind of thing. Because I've heard, you know, complaints like this from other people too, similar types of stories. And I think it's, it's a positive thing to be able to, take that and channel that into something constructive like the design guide that can, hopefully help Bitcoin.
Can I jump in here quickly as well? Before we maybe start doing some of the release stuff, I just want to ask a question actually. How do people think the guide will be consumed? Do people see teams, designers, developers reading it from back to front? Do people see these people cherry picking parts of the guide? How do people see it actually being used?
In my opinion, I think a really important thing in the next 3 to 6 months is that we community somehow get connected to one or more projects really trying to use it, and we'll have to handhold and be very active with that. And then when there's a success story, writing up a case study and promoting that case study, I think will be really valuable, and that will help it grow more organically and without the hand holding. That's my projection. So I think it's important that if others agree, then it's really important that we're proactive with that, trying to find the projects. I'm a little skeptical people will just use it not and as is and get value out of it and build products and not really engage with the community. That seems unrealistic at this point to me.
If I could say one thing, I've been a bit out of the community for the last 6 months also, just because work is crazy. But coming here to see the design like finished, remembering when it was starting, on the idea of using it, it reminds me of how material design kind of worked, in that as developers and people in this space, you need something to point to. So as far as how it will be used, it was really useful for material design to be able to say, we need to design this way to a stakeholder, and they completely disagree. And then you say, well, Google said we need to design it this way. And it's like, okay, we'll design it that way. And so I think this design guide will be used in that same way, where you have a stakeholder who wants to do something that's it's controversial, but they have that kind of hippo, highest paid person opinion, and you can point to an authoritative source and say the Bitcoin design, like go to bitcoin.design/guide and look at how what you're telling me to do is wrong. And I think just having something to point to is just useful in and of itself. So looking at this site and what has been produced in the last few months is incredibly encouraging, because this is exactly that.
I think hopping off of, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, hopping off of what Steven said earlier, just about needing the storytelling side of Bitcoin. I remember a while back, my fiance, I was in the argument of like the design side of it, and he's in the argument of Bitcoin side of it, and well, obviously, but my point was, we need better storytelling. You go and watch the NFL, and there's these storytelling components to every single ad, every single person who's, creating content or marketing on that platform. And Bitcoin doesn't have that. And his response has always been, Bitcoin doesn't care. Bitcoin's going to keep going regardless, whatever. But I think to get the mass people involved, we need to be doing this. And Bitcoin design is going to be that platform. So just wanted to say I'm super excited to be a part of it. And there's a future here. I think regardless of what Bitcoin's doing in the real world, we need to be educating the general public. And I think that's exactly where we're heading with this. So really exciting stuff.
I'd like to add, so my name is Mariela Chavez. Actually, I just joined this meeting. I'm also a first-time contributor. I haven't officially finished my contribution, but this is my first open source contribution. And personally, what I love is that, so I am a developer, but I love that Bitcoin design gives a platform to do beyond that as well. In my previous life, I was a designer. So I'm really excited to have been able to contribute to design, and also to be able to, as a developer, contribute to open source. And I find that a unique blend that I don't think too many other companies offer. And I was just really excited, and I'm excited to be a part of this. And although with my contribution, and so far, what I've experienced is a lot of open communication and transparency, and I really have enjoyed my journey. Although it's just started, so far it's been great.
Jumping in totally randomly with a huge thank you to someone who's not on the call today as well, Christoph, who I hope is raising a glass on his camping trip somewhere in Germany. But he obviously was a huge part of making this happen. So thank you, Christoph. Hope you're having fun.
Yes, got a shout out to Sensei.
Papa Christoph.
Okay, should we start pulling triggers, Pablo, next?
Whenever you guys are ready, let's give it like 10 more minutes just so we can build up that excitement if you want. But I'm ready to
you want a drum roll, don't you?
Yeah, I'm drama queen, so I need that kind of momentum in order to click on anything. So 10 more minutes.
What words do you have? What words do you have, Chris? Pablo, next? Anything?
I'm just super excited and proud to meet all of you guys. I've been in open source for 4th year now, so I know how things work in open source. And for me, it's always about people and empowering people to realize that they can do crazy stuff and that they can, in a way, change the world. So to me, that's like the biggest takeaway, just empowering every single individual on Slack to contribute and to help Bitcoin and improve it any way that they can. So I'm just happy that we are now like have an official milestone to finally celebrate, and then like from tomorrow we'll all continue to work like we did. So I'm just excited for that and thankful for all of you as always.
Yeah, and we're just setting like the base now, right? We have the base down, and that's the biggest part of it. There's like a bunch more work that we have to do to like different topics that we're going to be exploring and all that. And it'll be really good to, you know, all you guys who are on the call to like give your perspectives on how we can, you know, make this information more accessible, how we can like connect with projects, and you know, it's to be this kind of like authoritative or reputable voice for Bitcoin. It's like one individual can't do that, right? It needs all these like different diverse perspectives. So so like after this call, I really encourage you guys to, you know, keep on engaging with the community, you know, review things, give your opinions, you know, like we're all kind of like learning at the same time. So don't feel like too shy, or, you know, if you don't know something, you know, reach out, ask, and yeah, it's gonna you know, take continued effort to build up to what we want it to be. And ultimately, kind of like why, you know, like one of the reasons why this started is to you know, improve the UX like across the ecosystem, so that we could get this mainstream adoption, right? So yeah, go Bitcoin design.
Oh man.
Let's go.
Let's go. Awesome.
Are you nervous, Connor? Do you want to go live? I can feel that you want to go live.
Yeah, man. I'm just waiting for the retweets to start raining in, man.
Yeah. Hopefully, we usually when I like create a Twitter thread for the announcements, sometimes it crashes. So hopefully today it won't be that day. Although I added like a bunch of media. And Mariella, by the way, you already did your first contribution because I included your image from that issue already in the tweet, so it will be there. So yeah, we have a bunch of visuals on Twitter and also on Medium. So I'll just now just double check it, and maybe we'll be ready in a few minutes to go live.
Awesome. Got some few more people joined in as well. Got Daniel on a bike. That's pretty cool. Listening in while he's cycling. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll go dark for a minute, but I have to do the school run.
Oh, okay, cool. Nice.
Press a lot of buttons for me, and I'll press more when I get off the bike.
Awesome.
I posted a Twitter if anyone wants to like follow along in the on the Twitter thread that's that Pav's gonna be posting later. Yeah, we need to drum up the excitement on the Twitter sphere.
We've got Ben, a Bitcoin person here, joining us from OpenSats as well. Hi, Ben. Thanks for joining.
Hey there. I just been kind of in the background here. I've been listening along. I think there's two pieces of feedback I could give. Is one would be as someone helping with OpenSats, kind of trying to support free and open source projects. Obviously, like this is the exact type of initiative that the space I think like could really use. And so just curious like how we can best support you all. As you might know, if you've been on some of our past calls, we're like creating a donation platform, trying to figure out how to basically help fund projects just like this. And so one of our next steps is to go live, allow people to donate with Bitcoin and credit debit cards. Would be curious how you guys think the design community could be best represented on our platform. The goal is, we really wanted to go live with everything before the conference. We might still hit that with like a couple pre-listed projects, but as you all know, whoever was on the call last week with the design guide, with the open design call, there are some limitations to the platform right now, specifically kind of like a one-to-one mapping for contributors to projects. And so kind of what we're thinking to get around that for now is like each project almost needs like a lead contributor or maintainer. And so the way this could work is if we were to have Bitcoin design on our platform, maybe Connor or I don't know, Steve Lee or someone is essentially the project leader. And then, all the funds that maybe you guys get 1 Bitcoin for the month of July in public donations, it would kind of be up to whoever that lead maintainer is to allocate those funds. Those are kind of niche specific decisions that we don't want to get into. I think later on down the line, there's obviously 20 people on this call, like there's tons of contributors here, and there's a better way to represent that where everyone can kind of be a part of a project openly, but at least like a stopgap solution would be helpful for us as we look to support projects like you. And then the secondary question, I think on, how you might need storytelling, you might need like some use cases on how projects in the space are actually utilizing Design Guide. From like my now that is very much a for-profit. It's going to have a lot of Bitcoin products. I think just understanding, what you all want to get out of Bitcoin Design Guide from someone like me. Like how could I best use it and help promote, I don't know, the name, the brand. I think what comes to mind is almost just like as a reference guide or just like a base set of resources that keeps us from, starting on zero, as opposed to as we work forward, we at least, we can go to Design Guide, see how you guys are thinking about coin joins or how you're thinking about address labeling. And then we at least have a starting point. That's how I could see it being most helpful. But, as we move forward with designers in this process and we're building out some of these products, I guess I would just be curious, like, is that the flow that you think makes the most sense for an entrepreneur doing like a for-profit and utilizing the Bitcoin Design Guide, or is there some other use case that you think would be more advantageous for us to follow?
Thanks, Ben. Can I just say one thing? Loved everything you said. The only suggestion I'd have is that Connor and myself aren't the lead for your funds, because we're responsible for the Square Crypto budget. So I think it would be healthier for the community if someone else were, influencing how those funds are distributed. That's one comment I'd have on that. And as far as the second point you had, my opinion, the best way to use the guide is just try to use it for whatever startup or project you're doing, and then just give feedback and input. Like, undoubtedly, the guide will need to improve and will be influenced by real world application of it. So just making sure that whatever you learn from using it is fed back into the project.
Gotcha.
Just another thing as well, if people are interested in what we discussed in the design review 14, I think it was. It's Ben's project on OpenSat, so if you want to watch it back, it's on YouTube, and you can learn a little bit more about the project there as well, and give the team there some feedback as well.
Yeah, it definitely frames some of like the user experience challenges that we're having right now, which is essentially, you know, how to best map a project with 20 contributors, figuring out how the flow of funds look like when project X gets $100, how do you split that up between the 20 different people who are actually helping on that project? And you know, long term, I think there's some interesting scenarios that we talked about on that call. But in the short term, it's like we're gonna have to roll with something. And so we want to be able to support every project that you know, regardless if there's one contributor, 2, 20, 50. And so thinking about how to just like best do that in the short term until we have a better long-term solution where maybe we could list, you know, sub contributors and things, and just trying to understand who maybe that POC might be. And it sounds like it's kind of up in the air for the design guide right now.
Ben, are you in Miami right now?
Yeah, I am.
We should meet up. I'll be there in a couple of days. I'd be happy to help. I know things are going to change, and like starting new stuff is kind of crazy, especially when you have multiple balls in the air that you're juggling. So I'd be happy to meet up. I think it'd be really fun to help you out, and I really appreciate what you're doing. So shout out to you guys.
Hey, we appreciate it. But yeah, I'll be down here obviously for the conference, and then I've got some family, so I'll be sticking around Miami for a couple of weeks if anyone's down here.
Cool, sounds great. I'm excited for this thing to pop off. I think it's such a joy working with you guys. The design guide is great. I think we're just getting started. So I think taking a breath and just celebrating today is going to be really nice. And taking a shot. Let's just hang out. Let's celebrate a little bit before we get back to work, right? We got a lot to do.
What have you got there, Pablo? Next up, is that some what is that? Like some whiskey there you've got? Or?
Special Russian whiskey.
Get it.
Yeah, I thought you might be a whiskey man.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's easy to point out all the imperfections, but celebrating what we've done so far, I think it's been really amazing, and I think gives people and a lot of businesses a chance to experiment in a way that they couldn't before. So I am just very excited to keep working with you guys.
Is the Bitcoin design group doing anything at the conference next week? I know a lot of my coworkers are going. I'm not going, but I don't know if there's like a booth or plan or party. I know like when Android group kind of goes to conferences, they have like little side get-togethers that they list in the Slack. They make a channel for it. Might be good to do something like that.
We're gonna get a boom box, like one of those like classic, you know, cassette boom boxes, and Patricia's just gonna carry that around on her shoulder at the conference.
It'll
and
be real low budget.
Yeah, people just follow her. You follow her wherever she goes. That's where the party is.
Yeah. Just karaoke. We're gonna be good. But yeah, hit me up if you guys are in Miami. I'll be there. I don't know too many people from this community that are actually gonna be there, but it would be awesome. That's a good idea to do a meetup.
Yeah, I don't know who manages the channels and things for the Slack, but maybe a Slack channel dedicated just for the conference that just lives during the conference might work.
It's like definitely last minute, which is like so on brand. We should definitely do that.
I think they're on Telegram, but yeah.
Okay, cool. My phone is about to die, but congrats, you guys. This is gonna be great. I'll be keeping an eye out. Bye.
Are we finally ready to go live, guys?
Let's go!
We know you are. We know you've got the whiskey ready. We know you're ready.
Of course. Let me. Do you want to share the screen? But although it may crash everything, so let me try. Can you guys see the screen at least?
Yeah, all good.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so first the Medium post. I'm clicking publish now. Hopefully it all goes good. Bam. Now it wants me to claim Medium URL. Should I claim it?
Yeah.
Claim it.
Okay. Apparently we are all set now.
We're done.
Bitcoin design
Apparently-
medium, yeah.
Come on. I'm hoping this will work now. So just let me know if this link works, and I need to edit it in a tweet, and then we will go live on Twitter. Oh no, it's a good link. Okay, perfect.
Oh wow.
So we are live on Medium, guys. Let's go on Twitter, right?
Excellent, excellent.
Hey,
Okay. Just making sure.
What picture are you using for Twitter?
What
I think you're using the older image, Pavlinux.
Let me check. Which older?
Yeah, no,
It's
that's-
all up to date. Is this one?
The one oh okay, no, that's fine. Just the orange looks a little bit faded. Yeah, that's the right one right there. That yeah. The one on medium
Oh,
looks a
come
little
on.
faded.
Don't be pixel perfect right now. I need to go live. I'm scared. I
Hey,
was like, what
we're
the fuck was I thinking?
we're designers. We
I
can
know.
we can edit the medium post. I just I wanted that orange to be like FF9500. That's Bitcoin orange hex code. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But your tweet looks good. Okay.
Yeah, let's see. I'm hoping it won't crash, but if it crashes, I may need 5 minutes to like copy paste it all over again. So pray
I'm sorry
with me, guys.
I'm so sorry for being a buzzkill.
Nah, it's right on brand, man. It's right on brand.
It's like
loading.
loading so slow. Come on,
Loading.
come on! Don't crash, please. Bam! It's live. Yeah.
We're live.
Woo!
I'm alive.
We got it.
Awesome. Get the retweets in. Get the retweets in.
All right.
Okay, I'm hoping now. Now you can get your shots, guys.
All right.
Cheers.
I'll go grab a drink after this.
Guys, I also want to tag some people in Twitter. So I'm pretty sure I have most of your handles, but if I don't, just post it in the comment section now and I'll add you in.
Yeah. Time to post your badges. Announcing the design guide. Whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's orange.
Let's go. Oh my gosh. We're all quiet while we tweet. Oh my gosh. That's it, guys. Done it.
Good man. Onwards and upwards.
We're calling this the
Damn, these tweets look awesome, man. Like, Steven, awesome work on the illustrations and stuff. These are beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to say in my retweet.
I don't have time to write too many words.
I'm actually so stupid. Like, I retweeted the last one when I'm supposed to retweet the first one.
You have to retweet each one of them.
I'm actually, after 10 years of using Twitter, I still don't know how to retweet.
You're such a pleb.
Yeah, for real.
All right, I'm going to hop off here, y'all, but I just wanted to say congratulations again. We'll definitely be looking to utilize this moving forward, but this is some amazing work, and hopefully we can get you guys some more support as well.
Yeah.
See you later, Ben. Peace.
Thanks, man.
See y'all. If you're in Miami, yeah, hit me up, a Bitcoin person.
Do we want to go on Product Hunt as well, actually? Dan Gold just messaged me and asked if we submitted to Product Hunt, which I think we didn't even think about.
We can also
that's a good show.
also Reddit as well. So
I'll tell him to go ahead, okay? Because I don't have a Product Hunt account or anything. That's a good one. I forgot about Product Hunt.
yeah. Do we also have anybody with established Reddit account? who can post maybe on our Bitcoin.
Daniel on her break.
Come on, I heard Jack's going to be retweeting this later. That's the rumors.
Yeah. Get in early. We're gonna get Elon Musk talking about.
I hope not.
True that. It is a mining council.
Yeah, next thing you know, you'll be joining Design Review next week, telling people how to flipping like design labels.
Yeah. This coin selection isn't good, guys. We need to.
Exactly.
God, if Jack just shredded me, I'd just be too much. I'd die.
Okay. How does it feel? How does it feel, guys?
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, all this work. It's been a lot of work. It's out there now.
Like you say, it's just the beginning now. It's just the base. So time to grow.
I'm just happy that I haven't messed up anything.
You're just happy you haven't messed up anything. Yeah.
Yeah. So happy for it. I was hoping for like me crashing in front of 26 people. So luckily I made it. So
that was actually one of the smoother launches that I've been a part of. That was pretty seamless. Somebody's got the.
Hey guys, I'm going to jump off. I'm not a designer, just a fan. I look at you guys like a football team or something, so I'm rooting you guys on. Doing good work, doing Satoshi's work out there, but keep it up. I'll catch you guys in Slack or something, and I don't know if there's anything I can do or whatever. Keep it up. So
thanks,
thanks, brother.
Just reviews, that would be fantastic. Just read through, say if things are understandable or not. That's good enough as a contribution.
Okay, cool. Yeah, glad to help and excited to see the stuff coming out. So keep up the good work, and we'll see you guys around.
Sure.
Maybe I'll catch you on the next community call.
Oh man, thank you.
Yeah, see ya.
That was cool. That's the first time I've heard of this community referenced as a sports team. That's pretty cool.
We're a well-oiled machine.
The question is, what kind of football?
The sophisticated style, man.
The real one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the real one. High quality.
No offense to anyone, but I call it hand egg.
What's hand egg?
Oh, God. I love it.
There's football and hand egg.
I love it. I'm going to start calling it that now to other Americans.
I don't know. I never got it.
Oh, that barbaric sport.
Yeah, hand.
Hey guys, whew. I got a page on labeling to write up still.
You want to review it now, yeah?
I started it already. Hopefully by the design review next week, I have a draft to show off.
Come on, we need a day off now to celebrate. Like, don't talk about reviewing PRs.
No, bro, I'm trying to get back to my research. What are you talking about? I'm like, whoever wants to contribute payments, let's come in, please. Yeah, I want to get back to the research. So much writing.
Yeah,
interested
Steve
to know,
Lee
like,
also
like some of the.
retweeted.
I'm interested as well. Some of the. Sorry, Pablo, go on.
Oh, I was just wanted to say that Steve also retweeted, but he wrote Bitcoin in lowercase, so maybe this can be a discussion of at least hour long about upper and lowercase again.
Is Steve still here? He should know better as well, shouldn't he?
I'm here. Ken converted me, so I'm a lowercase b guy.
Yeah, well, Consensus got his uppercase protocol and lowercase currency.
I might have to fork the design guide. I'll create my own shitcoin version of it.
Lowercase b. We have it now stated in the contributing.md file, which is like lowercase for currency, uppercase. Like that's how much we have to reference it all the time. Every PR, it's like, oh, there's an uppercase, there's a lowercase. No, it's wrong. Switch it out.
I was gonna say I'm interested to
we
know
also have it in the content guidelines. Sorry,
No, I was just gonna say I'm interested to there's a few like new people here and new contributors and stuff. Like how do some of the maybe newer people here approach making contributions like going forward? I know it was Mariella, right? Is kind of in the process of working on first-ish contribution. Like, what has been your approach to it? Have you kind of just seeing where there's actual gaps that need filling and need issues that need taken on, or did you kind of read certain sections and think like you wanna add on top or modify or? Okay.
Silence. Mic's not working.
Yeah, it looks like her mic's not working. Yep.
Yeah, no worries. But I'm just I'll be interested to see like how people approach that side of things as well. Like if I was brand new to this design guide, what would be my first kind of? How would I kind of worm my way into contributions and stuff like that?
So I guess I'll speak on it because I'm kind of new to the space as well. All I've done is one of the homepage designs so far. I'm working on a couple headers right now, but I think my best advice would be for anybody who's new is jumping in like one-on-one conversations in Slack. I've learned so much from you guys, just talking to you guys one-on-one, or you guys reaching out just based on our conversations in general, or whatever it is, or the design guide or whatnot. So just starting there. I don't know if there is on GitHub, I'll need to look again, if there's like a list of things that are needed or things that we can start showing people who are new to the community or who are interested that could jump in. Because when I first jumped in, it was after, I think, Steve's Figma presentation a few weeks back. And when I had first joined the community, I was kind of lost. I wasn't really sure what to look at or what to do. So my first jumping off point was just creating that homepage header. And then since then, I've now learned so much between then and now, what's all needed and stuff. So I don't know if there might be a better way to present that or whatnot, or if people need that, but I had noticed that. But yeah, for sure, just join into a Slack conversation is my best advice to anybody who's new.
Good suggestion. I definitely agree with that.
Just were there any topics like beforehand that you were thinking about, like that interested you before, or you just wanted to figure out like what can I contribute to?
You're saying when I first joined the community?
Yeah. Did you have like a concept of like what you wanted to like the area that you wanted to contribute to, or like the topic?
Sure. Actually, no. I wasn't really sure, just because it was I didn't really know what it was, I guess, that I was looking at. So I had read the content and just figured, oh, okay, so there's a group of people working on this and whatnot. And as a designer and a front-end engineer myself, I'm happy to help, wherever. So yeah, the first part was that header image, and then kind of just adding header and illustrations from right now. So yeah.
do you see yourself looking at like the content side of stuff as well? Does that interest you as well? Or?
You saying like writing?
Yeah, like writing and making edits and changing and modifying like some of the stuff that's already there, adding to. Do you think that would be of interest to you as well, maybe?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. You could write that, or do whatever. I mean, if it's sounds like Johns has a lot on his plate right now, so could definitely help wherever it's needed.
Hi guys. So my name is Emeka. This is my first time really just like on the call. I think I joined the community after Figma profile. And I think I just wanted to really just talk about I think what I think I can contribute like going forward. So backstory, I'm Nigerian, PM in Nigeria. And I think for us, Bitcoin has like 1 trillion use cases. So not to really go into a lot of detail. I mean, we can always catch up over Slack. But I think for me, really, it would just be more on the writing side in terms of like breaking things down and maybe where we're just like amplifying stories that sort of speak to the practical use or practical value of the coin. Really, I think that's really where I will be. I don't really have access to the main doc. I joined the community a while ago, but I just saw the call and said like just pop in and just see how it's going.
There's an interesting thing that you can do as a PM. We've got like a bunch of collaborations going on. Zeus, Raspberry Blitz. There's the OpenSats website, Spectre, and one thing that could be quite useful is having like a PM to like or like a project liaison. Taking like requirements from the projects and distributing it for the designers in the community, and just keeping things on track and keeping the community updated with what's going on. Because when you focus on like just the design stuff, like maybe setting up a style guide, you might kind of like forget to do like some of the other stuff to like keep other people informed and whatnot. And so that could be something that I don't know. You could speak to Pavel next about that as well, because he's a PM. So yeah.
All right, cool.
Feel free to DM me on Slack and we'll find certainly something. There is like so much stuff anybody can do. So anybody like struggling to find what they can contribute to, just feel free to send me a message on Slack and I will certainly help you out.
Is there a list of those collaborations you mentioned somewhere?
There is, yeah, on GitHub. I'll try to see if I can find it and post the link.
Guys, gonna have to shoot off, but just want to say huge thanks to everyone. Johns, Connor, Pavel next, Daniel, Christoph, wherever you are in your tent, enjoying yourself. Alexa, that artwork is also wicked. Yeah, let's have a bit of time to celebrate and then back to it. Catch you guys all soon.
Take care, brother. Yeah, it's kind of like a weight off your chest as well. It's out there in the world. It feels good.
Right, I posted that link. That's the project board. There's also an issue somewhere that I'm trying to find as well.
Ooh.
This is what we needed Christoph to say something, right? He'd come up with something to to get us talking about the community. What are the hopes for next year? I mean, what are you most hoping to tackle or to see created? I don't know.
I hope we get some content on the guide that's kind of like touching on some of the so there's like a few issues that we haven't covered yet on the guide, because we've just been setting like the base. There's a few issues of how to say it, like some unsolved UX problems or UX that's been like developer driven so far, for like certain interactions in Bitcoin. And I hope we could like start like putting our heads together and trying to solve those kinds of problems. But of course, to get the people understanding the problem to begin with, that's definitely where the guide comes in. Give them the base, and then the understanding of like some of the components for those more complex interactions, and then we can start like trying to solve those interaction problems. So yeah, I'm hoping we get like some case studies and some research on such kind of things. Of course, coin selection being a big one of it.
Intuitive coin selection.
Yeah, exactly. Christoph was mentioning how like how do we make applications a bit more intelligent and whatnot, and how it give you like automatic like intelligent suggestions, like maybe on your phone it'll say, hey, it'll read your email and get a phone number out of it and say, hey, is this the number for the contact, right? So you don't have to go through the problem of like going and trying to search for the contact or the phone number or a new phone number. So it's like, how do we get like the Bitcoin applications to that kind of level, also being like privacy preserving? I think that's where I would want to get to, like documenting some of those patterns and
I just want a non-custodial wallet that I can recommend to my mom. If we can get like just the perfect savings non-custodial style wallet, and then Lightning spending wallet the year after.
Lightning after.
Yeah.
There's something that you can build, Connor.
Yeah, it's a big
goal.
endeavor.
A future goal. I don't know.
It's hard to incentivize people to build wallets at the minute, but yeah, that's another discussion.
I've spoken to some of you about this already, but one thing I'm hoping to work on is a Lightning section for the guide, or at least kind of get that ball rolling. I think there's a lot of work to Lightning that Layer 1 Bitcoin doesn't have, like channel selection and maintaining your channel balances and stuff like that. That just kind of add another design challenge for how you simplify that or not simplify that for the user. How you tell them exactly what they need to know. So that's something I'm hoping I can work on this year.
You're muted.
Johns, you're muted.
Yeah, so that's going to be an interesting one, and also lends to like what I said Christoph spoke about, which is like a few Lightning wallets. They show you like when they connect to your node, they show you the different balances of your different channels that are open up. It's usually in a card, and it has like 2 progress bars, and it shows how much coins you have in it, like on which side and stuff. So the complexity that would come with designing for like the Lightning one is, one, we don't have like patterns that are used more, and secondly, there's different like tiers of users, right? So like a user of Zeus, which is kind of like a remote node application, a remote node wallet, they may want to see those kind of like granular channel balances, but a user of Moon, it's completely abstracted for them, right? And then it's like, you know, how many channels do you need to have if you're connected to like a really well connected channel already. So then if it's just one, then maybe you don't have to show all those other channels, right? So like, do we recommend showing a list of channels, or do we recommend not showing the list of channels? Well, now it's like user dependent, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's going to be interesting how that ones get tackled.
And just kind of, I think too, making, like, to your point, like you can have some that are, I mean, almost more on the custodial side, where like if you're not really running your own Lightning node, you're going through somebody else's Lightning node, so they're kind of running the show in that regard. I think there's you know, and which could be totally fine for someone who's just using Lightning just for the first time and getting started with it. But there's almost this kind of thing where you need to, I think, make the user kind of aware of how they're using Lightning. Like if they're not ready to use something like Zeus that shows you the full complexity of the channel balances and all of that, just making them aware that, you know, they're connecting through somebody else's node. And that's not the same as using Layer 1 Bitcoin.
Yeah, and then like how does it get backed up, and the information that gets backed up? Yeah, that's going to be a big one for sure. A section for nodes as well. Raspberry Blitz is in the community now. You know, that's going to be interesting, like these node management dashboards.
Yeah. I think we could use a whole like chapter. I don't know if it would be a Lightning specific chapter or just a general Bitcoin node specific chapter, but I think either of those would be great, because yeah, that's like this whole other user interface thing that's coming out there. And I think for Lightning, the nodes are going to be incredibly important.
Yeah. What does the what does the site structure look like when there's like onboarding for a mobile payment wallet and onboarding for node management, something like Raspberry Blitz? That's good.
Don't forget multi-signature. We've not really even touched on multi-signature wallets and merchant onboarding, and like there's so many things.
So much work to do.
Things. Yeah. But just about to get on the hour mark, so the call's officially going to end in a minute. So I will stop recording, but thanks to everyone who joined. You're more than welcome to stay and hang out and chat some more. But yeah, we're here now. We're launched. We're out into the public domain a bit more now. So hopefully, like, we get lots of good feedback, and we can just keep progressing and moving forward. Get more contributions, get more projects, you know, working on Bitcoin, and hopefully the future remains bright.